Example 6 to 9. A young girl was spiritually awakened during an evangelistic campaign. She wanted to become a Christian. While she was being counseled, it was discovered that her mother was a card layer and was still actively engaged in the terrible art of fortune telling. The counselor was now faced with the problem of whether the daughter would ever be able to find any inner peace in these circumstances. There is no question of the daughter not abhorring the dreadful practice of her mother, but the evil powers which dwelled in her parents' house would surely make her life into hell if she tried to follow Jesus. If a person has had no experience in counseling work of this nature, he will be unable to understand the advice. I told her that somehow she should get a job that took her away from home and, if possible, only visit her mother very occasionally. The girl found it difficult to appreciate the advice, yet the result was soon evident. However, the girl started praying for her mother. Each time she did so, though, she would be terribly attacked. One should not be surprised at this, for the powers of darkness are forever trying to strike back. I therefore told the girl that she had better stop praying for her mother until her own Christian life had been built up more. She would then be able to form a prayer group that would be able to pray for her mother's deliverance. Sometimes I advise the children of spiritistic families not to pray for their parents at all if they are still engaged in occult practices. Before all else, we must obey the words of Scripture. Save yourself from this crooked generation. This is not a form of pious egotism. I cannot hope to help others spiritually until I myself have been saved. Inexperienced counselors, however, will be able to appreciate decisions of this nature, for they will have little knowledge of the terrible attacks which can be leveled by the powers of darkness. Although many Christians will accept the fact that they must break off relationship with spiritistic friends, there is another area in which one can meet with the greatest misunderstanding. Within certain fanatical and extreme religious group, one finds mediumistic influences and contacts which must be renounced